Hello and welcome. This is Parker Brisebois, Parker Thomas Brisebois, first of his name. I'm from Bonita. I live in Tacoma. And you're with me here watching the Iridescent. Anyways, this is...
What the fuck is the Iridescent?
The Iridescent. The Iridescent is what you're fucking watching. It's also a word describing colors or a type of colors. I think you can be iridescent blue or iridescent purple or something like that.
Or iridescent yellow?
It could be iridescent. Actually, I don't know. It's like an oil slick or like soap in water. That's what I think of when I think of iridescent. It's very trippy. I think of green and purple coexisting and being able to be seen through. It's not opaque. To be iridescent is not to be opaque. And I won't go into what opaque means because that's not what this fucking show is. It's not the opaque. It's the iridescent. We're transparent here. We're open source. We believe in accessibility of information. And that's what we're here to do for you, is make information more accessible. And I'm here to help you do that, hopefully. Now, let's get onto the skillet, turn the flapjack over, figure out what information we're going to be making accessible for you today.
Alright. My phone's dead, so
Fucking A. Phone's dying.
we'll figure it out. What's yours at?
You grabbed it. You had it last.
No, I get it back.
It's fine, dude. We can just riff for now. Your phone will come back.
Basically, no. So, what the fuck? Why did you make a podcast?
I made a podcast because I'm having a quarter life crisis. And I don't know what the fuck to do in the world. That's not true. I know what to do in the world. But more than knowing what to do in the world, I know what not to do. And that's to go fucking work a shitty 9 to 5. I'm 26. I've worked 4 different types of 9 to 5 now. 5. 2 of them were for the same company. And all of them fucking blow ass. They blow ass. So I don't want to do that shit. I don't have enough money to go back to school. I don't want to take out loans. But I know a lot of people who tell me I should become a talking head. And that's what I'm trying to do right now. And the reason they want me to become a talking head is that I can fucking talk to anybody about anything that they want to talk about. I want to bring that talent to the internet. And I want to make enough money to fucking cash out and bro down. And dismantle that which I hate in the meanwhile, and that is the rat race. It'll be a personal dismantlement, but maybe part of the objective is to help other people first realize that they don't like what they're fucking doing because it's shitty, and then join me and others in the movement in reimagining a more excellent tomorrow. We're talking about utopia here. We're talking about the awakening. Just kidding. That sounds fucking conspiracy theorist. I don't want you to drink any Kool-Aid or nothing like that. I just want you to thoroughly examine what it is about your life in terms of how you enable yourself to live it, i.e., how do you make a fucking living? And then I want you to run those numbers against how much time you have to spend doing that, and then run those numbers. It's like a fucking triple axis thing here. Against how much you enjoy doing that. Because if you're spending fucking 40 hours a week, that's 160 hours a month doing some shit that you're even if you're like C plus on, do you want to spend most of your fucking waking life feeling C plus? And C plus is generous. I know it's generous for me with a lot of my jobs. I mean, I guess there's this myth we all get spun about, like that fulfilling fucking career that you're going to figure out, it's going to click one day. And maybe that does exist, but I'm almost certain it can't exist for everybody necessarily. I think it exists for some people. Kuja. Okay, not going in too deep on that. What do you think about the fucking art back there? Can you see it? It's abstract. You probably can't. It just looks like a bunch of. It looks like one of those cactuses from Mario Kart, you know. but it's really a Picasso painting with titties. Anyways, we now have an information dump coming pronto by my mysterious off-screen associate.
All right.
He's going to read me a headline.
So,
And I'm going to crack a beer.
the debate around renaming Washington's NFL team.
Why is that even a debate?
Restate.
Okay. He said the debate around renaming the fucking Washington Redskins. What's the for? Or, sorry, what's the against? Is it my heritage? Is it that defense? Is it I grew up with the fucking Over the Hill gang and Charles Riggins, whatever that big old white guy running back they used to have in the Hogs. And one time they got to the Super Bowl, I don't even think they won it with a black quarterback. You know? Because you grew up with those memories and they were associated with a horribly racist team name. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? What's the for? Wait. Oh, is it? Oh, yeah. Okay.
For years, Native Americans asked Dan Snyder to change his team's name, and he said it would never happen, and he put never in all caps.
Dan Snyder has emphasized, when asked by Native American folks, when he's going to consider or if he would consider, and he said, all caps, never. That's got to be my heritage. And if it's not my heritage, it's my brand, right? And maybe it's both at the same time. I bet for Snyder, it's my brand. For backwards fans of the NFL, it's my heritage, right? And these people, I mean, goddamn. I can't use anything as a personal example, but I'm just imagining other horrible racist stereotypes that could be used for fucking team names. Redskins? Redskins? Are you kidding me? That's so fucking visual and just tasteless as all shit. Like how about the fucking Detroit curly hairs? You know, I don't know. Anyways, go ahead. Or thick eyebrows.
Here's the thing from the Washington Post. New poll
or fucking pale asses.
New poll finds 9 in 10 Native Americans aren't offended by Redskins' name.
Interesting. New poll says that 9 in 10 actually aren't. 9 in 10 Native Americans aren't actually offended by the Redskin name. Okay. This is the dilemma of a lot of PC warriors, you know, fighting the fight without actually needing to fight the fight because the people who are being microaggressed against don't want them to be doing that anyway. I think there's also an element of, well, a lot of Native Americans live in abject poverty. Reservations are not prosperous places. And when you live in abject poverty, you deal with a lot of really, really difficult shit every day. And you tend to not have the energy to get your panties in a bunch about a offensive professional sports team name, especially if that sports team name has been immaculately normalized and just made totally commonplace. People don't even think about that shit. You know, I could imagine somebody out on a res, you know, and having some liberal arts college student come out there and say, "Hey, are you offended by the Washington Redskins?" And this poor mom, who's a single mother maybe, who's been working 2 jobs and is like trying to get her kid to school or whatever, says, "Wait a minute. Why would I be offended about that?" "Oh, because it is racist." "Oh, okay, all right. I mean, shit. It took me a minute to even think of it. But that's because I'm busy working my tits off. And I can't think about that shit." So.
All right. Kobe Bryant is named the final NBA 2K cover athlete with a special Mamba Forever edition.
Oh, yeah. That's correct. Kobe Bryant was named the, what is it? The 2K. You said final 2K?
For this.
Oh, for the new 2K. Yeah, so 2K21. It's got Kobe Bryant on the cover with a black mamba, actual snake.
No.
Oh, just him.
Yeah.
I mean, absolutely. Oh, that's fucking sick. It's a young Kobe too, wearing 8. Yeah, absolutely correct. Who could it possibly be other than that? I mean, the NBA is not even going to finish their season, and the guy just passed away. Rest in peace. Yeah. No, I'm super into that. Although I probably won't get 2K21. I really don't like how sports games, fucking EA Sports, can get away every year with making this not even half-assed but quarter-assed game. That's basically a reskin with a quality life control patch attached to it, and then just brand it as the new game, and then you got to buy it. I'm in a Madden league right now. 21's about to come out. I really don't want to fucking buy it, but if all my friends buy it, then I'm gonna have to do that. We're just suckers for that shit, man, and it's a real bummer.
What do you think about UFC Island, Fight Island?
Oh, I don't know anything. UFC Fight Island. What is that?
They're opening a fighting ring on a private island.
Oh, so they're just isolating all the fires. So UFC Island is what it sounds like. It's go to an island, have UFC there for the social distance for everybody who's not punching and strangling each other.
Abu Dhabi.
It's in Abu Dhabi. Abu Dhabi. Can you look up where Abu Dhabi is? Because I want to say that's UAE or something. You know, one of those.
Arab Emirates.
Yeah, it's in the UAE. Okay, so one of these like hyper concentrated cesspools of totally opulent and excessive wealth. Yeah, that fits the bill. What do I think about it? I think you'd be really lucky if you were a fighter to fucking go there. Is what I would think. But also, you know, you'd have to fight someone and could get your ass kicked. But you probably get to like ride a tiger or something cool. I mean, you've seen all those videos of people fucking bungee jumping out their apartments into pools of liquid gold, you know?
It's a human constructed island.
Right. Yeah, Dubai is for sure.
Oh, and then Khabib's father passed away.
Yeah, Khabib's father died. Sorry to hear that. I bet Khabib's father was a huge part of his life in terms of getting his career off the ground. Wrestling's a big part of the culture in that part of Russia, which I am a bigot and don't know. I don't know where they're from. I know two things about it, though. I know it's Muslim majority, and weirdly enough, it's very, very pro-Putin, which is strange, because Putin's kind of a white nationalist. Russia's a weird place, man. I kind of wish I knew more about Russia, but there's so much shit to know, and I feel like Russia's just a can of worms that's gonna take a lot to dig into. I wonder if Khabib and McGregor have a rematch. I mean, definitely not scheduled, I don't think, but I wonder if that's in the works. I could watch McGregor lose to Khabib again. Fuck McGregor. I'll give you snippets of my opinions on other things. Not a McGregor fan. Fuck that shit. Dude's a bigot and just a clown and an aggressive, mean person. I guess I'm describing what a fighter is, but I don't know. There's plenty of other guys who do that sport and don't do that much being an asshole. He fucking threw McGregor. I'm talking about Conor McGregor now. He threw a fucking chair at a bus or something. You know, who does that shit? Like, why, if you're a professional fighter, are you constantly getting in fights with people who are not professional fighters? Not like fist fights or scraps, but tiffs, like arguments that could escalate into that. I bet it has something to do with the weight class, because McGregor's not a huge guy. So a 300-pound bouncer at a club who like is has to do his job a lot and actually has to beat some ass pretty regularly, I bet McGregor would have a really hard time fucking taking that guy down. And I bet that bothers McGregor. You know, it's like a little man complex thing. You know, he's the pro fighter. He's the great fighter. He'd fight anybody. And this dude's just a bouncer. Would I fight McGregor? Fuck no. Fuck no, I wouldn't fight McGregor. You kidding me? I'm on here to talk shit exclusively, not to call anybody out, because McGregor would fucking break me in half. No, he wouldn't even break me in half. He would break my beautiful face. Because that's all he fucking has is that, like, it's not boxing. It's this kind of pawing and then the big left. I mean, it's incredible. I mean, I love watching him fight, but I like rooting against him, you know? And, yeah. Especially in those fights. Who was that guy he fought? The big dude from Stockton? He called him a skinny fat man. He, like, had to go. He fought him, like, twice. Diaz?
Diaz?
Nate Diaz, right? The guy he lost to and then beat.
Yeah, I don't know. I know he fought Nate Diaz a couple times. But
Yeah.
I don't know if it was what you're talking about.
Oh no, well I'm just saying he fought Nate Diaz. He'd never knocked Nate Diaz out. That's for damn sure. But what I'm saying, part of my distaste for McGregor is best.
Yeah, that's Nate Diaz.
Yeah, illustrated by that fight and fans' reaction to the fight. I had all these like, white powery kind of sentiment leaning white people, white fight fans. Or no, sorry, not white power. I don't want to go that far, but the America bros, that demographic of fight fans, they're fucking all over McGregor's nuts. They fucking love white America. They're fucking all about it. Nate Diaz, where's he from? Stockton, California. But they rooted for McGregor, who is not a U.S. citizen. Obviously wasn't born here. He's not a U.S. citizen. Does not claim the United States as his country. And yet, he was the chosen champion of these fucking diehard patriots of making America great again. And Nate Diaz is a Mexican.
Ghislaine Maxwell arrested by the FBI.
Fuck Elaine Maxwell. She's been arrested. Thank God. Thank God. I mean, God.
Do you think she will kill herself?
Do I think Elaine Maxwell will kill herself? No. And I'll tell you why. Because women are way less likely to attempt to do so in a prison setting. Because when men kill themselves, they do it with ropes and knives and guns. Women try to do it by other means. So I do not think Ghislaine Maxwell will try to hang herself in prison. I'm also not 100% convinced she will go to prison. Nah, she probably will. They got a shitload of dirt on her. Or at least that's what the Netflix...
Apparently she's been hiding in an undisclosed mansion in New Hampshire for the past couple of years.
Really?
They found her.
So she's been hiding in a secret hideaway mansion in New Hampshire for the last couple of years. That makes sense. Holy shit. How could she... I mean, with as much information is out there about Jeffrey Epstein's whole fucking pedophile racket, how could she be just walking around? I mean, it makes sense. It totally makes sense to me now that of course she doesn't pop into the grocery store and buy, fucking, I don't know, she strikes me as someone who eats a lot of yogurt. So she's probably not popping into your Safeway or Whole Foods to buy some Chobani, I could imagine there's plenty of Karens out there, but like the positive kind of Karens, like the liberal Karens, who would do that thing where they point at somebody and they go, shame, shame, shame. So, makes sense to me that she's been hiding out, and fuck her. I hope horrible things happen to her. I hope she is well, whatever. Not going to get dark. But yeah, she really made that whole thing go for Jeff, and she's going to get what's coming to her. So, all right. Well, those are our headlines for today. Thank you for joining us on the Iridescent. I hope you enjoyed the trippy fucking cactus with tits and this conversation we had today. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe. Smash that fucking subscribe button. And catch me again here next time I do this. Peace.